this down. This actually is going to be coming to us from The Hollywood Reporter. Oops, I should have had that set up. Sorry, guys. This is coming to us from The Hollywood Reporter, letting us know that Marvel's Blade movie finds its writer in Watchmen scribe. This is actually an exclusive report for them. It says Marvel Studios' Blade the Vampire Slayer feature has found its writer. We got Stacy Osei-Kuffour, a playwright who acted as story editor and writer on HBO's acclaimed limited series Watchmen, has been tapped to pen for the feature reboot of Marvel's vampire hunting franchise. She will be the first Black female scribe to write a Marvel movie. They also have Nia DaCosta working on Captain Marvel 2, who will be the first Black woman director in regards to Marvel in their movies. It does say here Mahershala Ali, who won an Oscar in his performance in Green Book, is attached to star as the hero. It says the studio has spent the last 6 months meeting with writers and what was described as a meticulous search, with Ali directly involved. Only Black writers were seriously considered, a reflection of Marvel's focus on diversity and making representation a key factor, especially when tackling non-white characters. It does say here that Osei-Kuffour, Stacy, the main writer, earned an Emmy nomination for outstanding writing in her comedy series on her work in Hulu's Pen 15, but it was also being part of the writing team on Watchmen, HBO's heady spin on the comic book series, that really got her noticed, as well as a WGA award win for Best New Series. She's worked on Hunter, that other Hulu, or excuse me, that other Amazon series as well. So yeah, it definitely seems as though Stacy is definitely get a fantastic opportunity here, and with titles like Pen 15, Hunter under her belt, as well as Watchmen, it probably doesn't come as that much of a surprise that she wind up sort of landing this role in regards to Blade. Now, listen, guys, I can honestly speak about Watchmen for hours. I absolutely love that limited series on HBO Max. If you guys haven't had the opportunity to check it out, please do. Definitely comes from the mind of Damon Lindelof, most notably known for his time in Lost and other series as well. You got somebody like Stacy, who's part of the writing team, the story editor for that series, also contributing ideas and things like that. So to see what she was able to do in that series, working alongside somebody like Damon Lindelof, and get recognized for her incredible work. Watchmen for me was one of my best series of 2020. So again, if you haven't had the opportunity to check it out to see what she's capable of in regards to some of her work, please go ahead and do so. I personally wasn't that impressed with Hunter. You know, I think I gave Hunter maybe 1 or 2 episodes, and maybe I'm just sleeping on it. Maybe I need to go back and check it out, but I definitely will go ahead and see what else Stacy certainly has in store for us. But you hear this news, Indy. Let me go ahead and throw this over to you. Marvel, clearly 6 months, meticulous search. Mahershala Ali was involved. Clearly, they definitely know what they were certainly looking for. Now that they found it, what do you think of Marvel's decision here?
I think it was the right decision to make when it comes to doing something like that and keeping the talent involved in what's going on and making sure everybody's happy. We see it in sports all the time since the Super Bowl. Think about Deshaun Watson and not being happy with the coaching staff they brought in. If the talent isn't happy with who's going to be scribing or who's going to be directing, then you're possibly not going to get a good project. Him being heavily involved in doing that, I feel like we're going to get the best version of Blade we could possibly get. Now, it's hard. It's going to be hard to separate what we got back, the incredible job that we had with the original Blade series. But I feel like there is a huge room for improvement with the way that movies are written and filmed now, that they can actually express more of what happened in the comic books when it comes to Blade.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you. And I love the comparison with the Deshaun Watson's situation there also. You want to make sure that your talent is happy. And I love the fact, too, that, yeah, he's definitely involved, being able to hopefully handpick who he feels works best for this project. And I'm sure Kevin Feige will definitely go along with it if it fits what they're certainly trying to do in regards to the story they're telling. So great points there. What about you, Stuart? What do you think in regards to this this inquirement by them?
I'm definitely excited because, I'm kind of with you guys. Like, I love the Watchmen television series, and I think getting one of the story editors for that series to be working on the Blade movie definitely intrigues me in a lot of ways. I'll be fair and say that, yeah, it's not like she was the head writer of the show or anything,
Correct.
but she definitely was there to make sure that the show was very polished in the very end. So it will be interesting to see how much of Watchmen will play out in the actual Blade reboot coming out. Also, I am very interested in just the idea of Blade now being part of the MCU and seeing whether or not they decide to go full on really dark R-rated vampire film, or if they kind of I don't want to say like kind of keep it in line with the other Marvel movies, because it's definitely going to be different for sure. But I am very curious to see how different it's going to be overall.
No, I definitely agree with you there, and I have a feeling that once we maybe get ourselves a director attached to this, maybe we'll see exactly like the true route that they're kind of going. I mean, we kind of see what Stacy can kind of do in her writing, and you're right. Even though she is a story editor, she may not necessarily have been like the showrunner of Watchmen, but I believe she had at least maybe wrote at least one of the full episodes of Watchmen alongside working with Damon Lindelof to make sure that the rest of the scripts definitely were polished and ready to go. So, and I think she was probably even more involved on, say, a show like Hunters also. So definitely go ahead and check it out. If you guys aren't familiar with her work, I would recommend certainly go ahead and do that whenever you guys get the chance to check it out. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. For me, I'm really excited to see what the director is going to bring. Hopefully, they wind up announcing that soon to kind of see what maybe type of vibe they're going to be kind of giving us. Maybe if they have somebody that works when it comes to like horror elements or thriller elements and things like that. I would like to see what the combination is going to be tackling this Blade series.